Twitch is ruining games. And like bear with me for a second here, because I understand there's a lot of people out there that really love Twitch and they pay a lot of money for their favorite streamers, and there are some great people on Twitch. But like this live streaming thing is really hurting gaming, because you have people that are like godly, Tim the Tap Man, I love you, but like there are people who are so good at the game that have such a wide following that at the end of the day there are people that are watching them and essentially trying to replicate exactly what they're doing. It's kind of like in baseball, where you had people like, if you were played baseball as a kid, you would try to mimic your favorite player's stance, and then you'd look like an absolute idiot because you're trying to do like the Gary Sheffield style of like hitting, swinging your bat around like a moron, and then everyone in the dugouts just looking at you and pointing and laughing, going, "What a dumbass!" And then your coach will say, "If you don't hit this ball, I'm kicking you off the team." That's kind of how it is nowadays. Like everyone wants to be Gary Sheffield. Well, not exactly like Gary Sheffield, but like in that realm of like he was such a good hitter. Which sounds bizarre, especially coming from a guy who just plays video games. Like, yes, I do enjoy sports from time to time. Not as much now, but like back as a kid, I used to like enjoy sports, and that's the best analogy I could come up with, because most people, that's what they do. They replicate their favorite idol, or their people they idolize. And it comes down to like, it feels like everyone's trying to replicate the person they're watching. So everyone's watching Tim the Tatman or Jordy 2D or whoever their favorite person is, or like Ninja, because Ninja's like way above all of them. Everyone's trying to replicate that kind of person, be that exact person. And then at the end of the day, it just causes everyone to be so sweaty and frustrating, and just try to like, it's hard to wrap my head around what's happening in the game, because you're just watching everyone else teabag your corpse after they like did a 360 no scope headshot, and you're like, how is this possible? But you're like, oh, this guy's gamer tag is like Ninja Lover 269. And don't get me wrong, it's not Twitch's fault. I'm not saying like Twitch is the exact reason, which I mean, per the title of this video, I kind of am. But like, it's not really their fault like the whole way. It's realistically the fault of like, I don't know. Actually, now that I'm like thinking about this might be a waste of a video, because like it's really nobody's fault. It's just like human nature to like try to replicate someone they idolize. And like, I don't know. It's a weird kind of video that I'm making here. So what am I saying here? Am I saying this is a good thing or bad thing? I think it's just obnoxious. I think it's really annoying that we replicate people and try to be that exact person instead of being our own person, because we're all watching these people on Twitch or whatever, or YouTube, or however you watch things, and go, man, I want to be exactly like that person, instead of just being our own person, which is extremely stupid to me, because it's better off to just be your own person and have your own play style versus just mimicking the guy above you or the guy you idolize. And as the more I talk about this entire topic, I'm like, I should stop being a fortune cookie, because being a fortune cookie is never a good thing. But it is just extremely frustrating nowadays. Gaming is so frustrating to go into lobbies, and I think this is where a lot of my problems with Call of Duty come from, is that you jump into lobbies, and like, it never used to be this way. It never used to be the way of like getting into a lobby, and all of a sudden there's a guy who's just has like all these attachments because he saw it on TikTok or he saw it on Twitch or whatever, and they're trying to replicate somebody. You kind of had like, it was starting, I think, when YouTube was getting bigger, because you had people like Hutch and CNanners and T Martin and whoever that you can think of, and it was starting. But nowadays, it's just like all over the place. Everyone's like, I'm going to be the next Tim the Tap Man. I'm going to be the next whoever. I don't know who the big stars these days are. I don't care either, because I'm old as dirt and it doesn't matter. But here's the big difference between you and those guys. Now, most people probably below the age of like 18 or like 19, probably about like 22 because you're out of college, is that those people that you're watching have tons of time to play those games. Like, for a guy like me, who's like 25, has zero time to play that game. Like, I'm barely able to just do this. Like, and that even is just still a task for me. So, like, to watch those people and you, like, see what they're doing, you're like, that makes no sense, because that guy has a ton of time. Like, every time I log into Call of Duty, I've just started to, like, say in my head, I'm like, dude, your face is going to get kicked in by some little, like, 12-year-old who watched Tim the Tap Man. And, like, it's a kind of a crappy feeling to go into games now and just go, like, back in my day, like, and listen, I was that kid. Like, I know what that is. Like, but now that I'm going, wow, I'm getting my ass kicked by some kid, when back in my day, all I had time was to play video games. Like, it's kind of like a crappy feeling. So, like, I'm just getting old. That's all this is. I'm getting old, man. I'm old as dirt these days. I don't even know what I was talking about, honestly. Like, this video is now very awkward, because I'm sitting here quietly in a room, facing two monitors, looking at houses, and saying, man, I'm getting my face punched by like a bunch of kids on Xbox, and that's like a crappy feeling. And like Twitch has ruined everything. Twitch has basically ruined gaming for me because now in YouTube and all these like media platforms, because we're just following what other people are doing, and it just sucks. It is so demoralizing. All right, well, anyway, so let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. What do you think of Twitch ruining gaming? Do you think it's actually ruining gaming, or do you think I'm just a baby who needs to be coddled and just told that, you're good at video games or something? Let me know in the comments section, because this video got really awkward really fast. Until next time, though, when we talk about something that's not probably about my sadness and about being old. All right, bye.